Good morning, Nick. I'm actually doing some Google searches on my other page about why gold spiked way up after hours, 1.5%. 144, that's starting to get up there towards my target of 148. But it happened overnight, so whoop the F and do over there. So gold was up overnight, came pretty much all the way back down. Market looks like it was pretty stagnant here. GE's up 4%. Oh, wow. What's going on with GE? Director purchased more than 386,000 shares. So $3.3 million. I wonder what he makes a year. Dang, go GE. All right, so he makes about $2.5 million a year. He basically just bought $3 million a year in stock. So I guess decently significant. Oh, he's generally giving up a salary of $2.5 million. Anyway, NASDAQ up 0.2% now. We were red a little bit ago. Now we're green. GE's having a great day. The CEO just bought 3 million shares of stock, or $3 million worth of stock. Woohoo. Yesterday wasn't a horrible move. Gold's actually looks like it's coming in a little bit more. Was up significantly overnight. So we'll have to see how this guy works out. Stocks. There we go. NASDAQ 0.5%. Could have a fall through day today if we do end up with a good enough stuff. Hold on a second. All right, gold taking a beating. NASDAQ going up. What's going on with the world here? Hey, Rob. How's Carvana doing? Carvana holding really nice up here. Probably ready to launch out if we've got a nice green day. Roku, another one that is. Roku and Carvana are two of our kind of little market leaders right now. Roku just jumping every single day. Can't get enough of it. MJ and GLD, one positive, one negative. That's kind of funny. I don't know why I think that's funny, but I do. NASDAQ 0.6%. Let's see if we stall out here in a little bit. We could get up some more. Stay within this trend. Mentioned yesterday if we start going kind of a little sideways, maybe form a flag here. That could maybe bode bullish, but geopolitically, I'm not sure anything's changed. Start from the top down here. We got Tilray. Looks like he's bouncing off the lows there. JD, similar situation. GE getting a bounce. Some of these oversold stocks getting bounces. HEI holding really nice and tight as usual. UPLD, our buddy Anik, doing okay. DR Horton, someone in the Slack chat room, DC is looking at taking a position in DR Horton, inverted head and shoulders on the weekly chart. So potential nice reversal there for DHI. STZ, Eschen, Chegg. EPAM just jumped us. So did RealPage. ZTO, you still over 20? No, you are not. Took a big drop all the way down. Amazon bouncing okay. Shop holding very nice up here. Just really good. It's today Tuesday. The only thing we didn't do yesterday that we probably should have done is check the IBD paper. They do once a week paper, unfortunately, because they're lazy now. Okay. America's Electric Car Challenge. Let's go to the Big Cap 20. Consolidation at Aviva Systems. Twitter was in a buy zone. It since capitulated lower. Profit taking. Microsoft was back in a buy range. Shopify still well extended. A lot of them still extended. No real bases in there. Look at the IBD 50. Kirkland Gold number 1. Pags. Atlassian. Atlassian holding really nice up here. So that's not a 3 weeks type pattern. What are they talking about? Oh, extended above a 3 weeks type pattern. Gotcha. Yeah, Roku, right? Things been in fuego. Sometimes it's good to go against the trend, but you know, I'd say the rules save me more than they make me money going against them. NASDAQ pausing a little bit, 0.5%. GLD's back in positive territory. Vive Systems under the 50-day moving average. That's usually not so good. Paylocity a little bit wide at the top. OLED. This was a leader many years ago. And then just started caving. Kaboom! Remember that one. That one's not doing too bad. Nothing super great, though. HEI holding very nice and tight up here. Paycom looking pretty good. It's a little bit wide down here, but market went into a correction, so you can't expect miracles. Just depends where you want to give that trend line right there. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That's not a bad pattern on Paycom right there. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 week flat base. About 12%. What base did they say Paycom was in? Support near 10-week moving average still solid. They're not calling it a flat base. Well, I guess after this week it would be a flat base. If it were to complete the week under here, it would be a flat base. 0.83 for the NASDAQ. So Paycom with a potential flat base. Glob living lower. Chegg. Maztec, MTZ. Oh, this guy broke that long consolidation. It's like just a few weeks ago there. All right, NASDAQ at 1.2 getting froggy this morning. JD Tilray leading TLRA, not TLRY, leading our charge this morning. Match.com. Okay, no, not. Doesn't look that good. It's about fourth on our board this morning, but it's a little lower than NASDAQ wanting to get some. How's volume looking? I can't zoom out? What the flood? How can I not zoom out? Volume's good, very good compared to yesterday. What's going on there, NASDAQ? It's like you're slowly trying to break that trend line right there. What's our volume pace? 459 or 550 basically. It's basically 550. And we're at 240. If this pace keeps up, 1.6%. We're gonna have like a 4 or 5% day. It's gonna get us bullish real quick. Dang, my GE option got cut in half. I was up like 300% and I'm up 144. Jeesh. All right, what are you doing there, NASDAQ? Can everything shift in a day? It's still poking right up at those highs. Wow, this is plummeting quick. Holy shit. This NASDAQ's going, dude. .34%. I don't know what the fuck changed. That is a lot of volume. This could be follow-through day right here. Are we stalling already? That's some crazy-ass volume. That is a lot of volume. GLD all of a sudden down 0.67. They're really going inverse to stocks here. Everyone from stocks is in gold. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. That shouldn't be dropping that inverse to the NASDAQ. Pretty much killed yesterday's move after a massive move up on the overnight session. That's intriguing. The daily here, volume on gold isn't that spectacular. It's pretty high, but what's our scale here? 1 million. I guess it is pretty high. That is pretty high. We're at 750,000 right there. Stall at 2% a little bit on the NASDAQ. That was a shot, man. That was big. Look at that, 40,000. Yesterday's scale, the high was 20,000. Get the fuck out of here. Listening to too much rap lately. Cursing more. 40,000, I see it. Still under 20,000, under 20,000. That's a lot of volume. That is a lot of volume. That doubles the scale on the volume. That's quite a bit of volume. Just got to see if that's a one-hitter quitter, or if that's going to be able to hold up. Say Tuesday? No one should be needing to hedge a position on Tuesday, or got 3 days for a margin call before unless someone has margin due today. Just try to think of reasons why you would run the NASDAQ up for no apparent reason. I don't think there's anything geopolitical. Let's go to our usual news feed, Donald Trump's Twitter. China's going into Hong Kong's border. Okay, now I'm just getting lost in Twitter. Um, 14 minutes ago, despite dishonest tactics from Google, YouTube to suppress my videos, debunking my Charlottesville lie, Find People hoax has over 4 million views and counting. The truth liberates? What Find People hoax? Did I miss something? 1 hour ago, well, the 14 minutes ago you think would have been. That's about when we. Um, I didn't see anything coming out of Trump's mouth. So, someone probably knows something other than us. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get back in TQQQ based on this. GLD down 1% right now. Just tanking. I don't know, man. I don't necessarily like it. What the fuck? How do I negative 4% in the TQQQ when I do a market order? I don't know. I have a feeling this is gonna be a bad move. Hopefully my feeling is wrong and the chart's right. But I'm going with the chart. Their math is just wrong. It's not down 5%. That's weird. Their math sucks. I hate delayed quotes. I'm like, just get live quotes and shut up. So I'm leveling in. I'm leveling in is what I'm doing, Rob. I'm gonna buy about half of what I my usual position. I don't know, man. Something doesn't feel right. Damn, gold is just killing me. Unless someone's just playing with the market here. That's a lot of play, though. 40,000 NASDAQ futures traded. More. That was just one big pop. I mean, normally you would wait till the end of the day. Well, that's the thing, Rob. Yeah, don't let the numbers kind of get in your head there. Um, Look, if it's gonna go, it's gonna go. Nothing you can do about it. 7% today, be up, 15% in the next month. So you never do get to choose these things. Don't let the numbers fool you, though. I mean, 2.5 is big on the Nasdaq. So it's like, well, look, I just see the volume cues with the. I mean, come on, that's like double the scale of futures on the Nasdaq. I mean, look at the scale of this volume bar, 40,000 futures. So if you see my scale, I'm not sure if you guys were looking earlier. I had 40,000 here. 40,000 was my scale for this bar. When you scroll back, the scale drops in half to 20,000. And then we're hitting 20,000 3 and 4 times. So it's very high volume. So there's 20,000. Oh, it's not going to change the scale now. That's good. 20,000, 20,000, a little over 20,000. I'm looking at the very right side of the chart so I can, be lazy with my eyes. 20,000, 20,000, whoops. 30,000 on a large drop. So when you see 40,000 come in on a big upswing, I mean, look, this is going back a long time now, all the way back to about a month ago. So I've got to respect that kind of volume, regardless of what I feel, regardless of a lot of stuff. I may get bit by it, but that's just kind of the system. Hi, babe. So I mean, yeah, maybe it's premature. Hard to say exactly. You never do get to know. Let's do maybe we'll look. Let's do a 30-minute chart. Go back 6 months. Okay, so we're half hour into the day. Here's our crazy volume. We're at 125,000, 130,000, just under 130,000. So on the correction, we don't have that kind of volume. How about the previous bottom here? We have about 80,000 is our volume scale. At the top here, we're right there on that drop. All right, they're just about 98-ish thousand. So, okay, so that's the last. Okay, that's the last drop. And then, do I get the big drop? I don't think I quite get the big drop. So here's 100,000. But it's a big sell-off. Can I go out further than that? Yes. Let's render all the data. 150,000. Oh, we had 150,000 here. With a big throwback. Okay. So each of those, so this one, each of these are about 150,000 blocks. This one with a nice bottom wick to it, which sustained it overnight. It did rally in the morning, and then just, oh, this is the Donald Trump news. That's what that was. That was a big, massive down move, and then that just continued. Now I have 150,000 up block. Looks like we're coming down a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't get a warm, fuzzy feeling, but it's so hard to ignore that kind of volume. Let's see, it's just a one-off. All right, so here's the beginning of the bear market we had last year. Little cute mini bear market. Lots of 150,000 candles right here. A big one early in the morning. And the next day we had kind of a weird capitulation move. Here we have a big down candle. Another big series of candles here. Man, this is big boy trading right here. That's dangerous. Dangerous. Yeah, look at that one. That big one ended up being one of our bottoms. That's a big boy, 188. And we still ended up going beneath that. That was a bottoming candle. So this one's pretty big, pretty bullish. Not the biggest we've had, but definitely could spark a follow through day if we continue with pretty large volume. Nothing's for certain, but man, for only being 30 minutes in the day, look at where our volume is. You talk about waiting for a follow through day. If this thing reverses on us, that's just some scary ish right there. Maybe I should cut size in half again. I'm just wondering if this thing comes up violently, it may come down violently. It's just inverted. Whole market seems inverted. GE's up big. And yesterday it was down big. AMD down. Beyond Meat has been in a little correction. Overstock was up pretty big. It's a pretty big down day right there for Overstock. We're playing opposites day here. Look at GLD bouncing back. Look at that big old candle. Kind of a low volume pop right there, but could be a dead cat bounce. That would bode well for the NASDAQ continue to make more progress. Catch 22 right here, guys. Catch 22. Reason this is scary is because there's really, I don't see any news pushing it. Let's go to CNBC. Dow jumps 400 points led by Apple as U.S. delays China tariffs on cell phones and clothing. Oh, yay. Look at fucking Bob. Hi, Bob. His name is Bob. Bob's like, hey, that's a great jump in the Dow. That's funny. China media, Hong Kong protesters asking for self-destruction as military gathers. That should be fun. I think this is why gold was probably rallying overnight. Law-breaking activities in the name of freedom are damaging the rule of law, and that the Asian financial hub's recovery from anti-government protests could take a long time. Wow. So the government siding with China. I think that's how to take that. This could be a bigger story. There's a lot of stuff in Hong Kong. Without leniency, without mercy. Oh, that's always good. Who's going to step in and take on China? Haven't heard anything from Trump. But then that gets us into a war with China. Who the hell wants that? That sucks. Yeah, if China intervened, the city would be a catastrophe. I wonder what the hell is going to happen there. That doesn't bode good for the NASDAQ. Probably bodes well for gold, though. Tricky decisions. Armchair quarterbacking over here. I guess the question, is it armchair quarterbacking if you're investing real money? That Beijing thing is, that's going to be... what's he saying about Beijing? Probably nothing at all. Hong Kong. Although I guess it is a state matter for China. Technically, it is a Chinese territory, so not much you can do about that. Donald Trump expresses confidence that despite massive protests over extradition bill, Hong Kong and Beijing can work it out. Oh, that was like 2 months ago. Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. That's why you just got to go with price action. That's all you got. Sometimes they try to fudge you out of positions and scare you away, but you've just kind of got to be a little relentless in what you're doing. Gold's already almost at average volume, only 45 minutes into the day. If we get another leg lower on gold, this could be very whipsaw-y right around here. 2.3 for the NASDAQ. Holding up pretty good. Question is, can NASDAQ and gold go up at the same time? Probably not. Not from what it looks like today. They're completely inverse to one another. Not completely. Gold just had a nice little rally. Again, volume wasn't massive, but I mean, as long as we don't crater back in. And again, it's only 45 minutes in. This is a very, very brand new day. The way this is behaving, this is not going to cave back down. But you could have said the other thing about the other day before Trump's tweet on this day. If you remember, we had a huge rally, massive rally, and then Trump tweeted, and then boom, the market just dove. I'm not sure if it's going to be Trump that could cave us. Could even happen tomorrow or the next day. It doesn't have to happen right now, but 5 minutes ago, as usual, China said we're going to be buying big from our great American farmers. They've not done so. Maybe this will be different. That's 5 minutes ago from Trump. What the flood? Guess Chris Cuomo was saying something dumb to people.
From the right call me Fredo. My name is Chris Cuomo. I'm an anchor on CNN. Fredo is from The Godfather. He was their weak brother. And they use it as an Italian aspersion. Any of you Italian? Are you Italian? It's a fucking insult to your people. It's an insult to your fucking people. It's like the N-word for us. Is that a cool fucking thing? You're a much more reasonable guy in person than you seem to be on television. Yeah, but if you want to play, I'll fucking play. If that's something you want to say about what I do on television, then say it. But I'm going to fall to you. Hey, man, hey, listen. What? Yeah, you're going to have a big fucking problem. What's the problem? It's a little different on TV. Don't fucking insult me like that. I didn't insult you. You call me Fredo. It's like I call you pump bitch. You like that? You want that to be your nickname? I didn't call you that. You called me Fredo. You know my name's not fucking Fredo. I thought your name was. You did not think my name was fucking Fredo. Don't be a liar. You want to be a man, stand up like a man. I'm standing up. You want to be a man, I'm here. Then fucking own it. Then on what you said. Hey, then on what you said. Listen, man, you're gonna have a fucking problem. What are you gonna do about it? I'll fucking ruin your shit. I'll fucking throw you down these stairs like a fucking punk. What, so you can fucking sue? So you can fucking sue? Well, why don't you do it? Don't take a swing. You're gonna call me Fredo. Take a fucking swing. Take a fucking swing. Watch your fucking hands. Take a swing. Watch your fucking hands. Take a swing. No, no, come on, boy. Come on, boy. No, you wanna call me shit? Call me shit then. I'm right fucking here. I'll wreck your shit. I'll fucking wreck your shit. You didn't know what you were doing. I thought it was your name. You don't know. I thought it was your name. You didn't know, right? Hey, you didn't know what you were saying, right? I thought it was your name. I'm breaking it up. It's my body. Hey, look at all these cameras. You're in for it. You're in for it. For what? You're in for it. You're in for it. You call me Fredo.
That's funny. All right, NASDAQ looks like it's poking its little head up again. Not a lot of volume. GLD looks like it wants another leg lower. This for a normal day in my GLD position, we're doing this. I think I would do nothing to it. I would leave it. NASDAQ up 2.6%. This GE 4.86 can't get over the 5% hump. Man, GLD was so close to my target too. Unfortunately, it was in the overnight session. Is it 140, 145 almost? Look at that, it's like 75% through my bars here. Damn it, why have you got to be overnight? All right, 2.5 for the NASDAQ. You know, let's go up to the, spend so much time looking at NASDAQ and gold. Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the global list. Just going to take a walk down. I'm going to get out of here. Got to get the kids ready for school. I think the little guy's just getting up. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably some trade on that Hong Kong thing, but I don't know. I don't think the protesters are going to give in. The whole thing is anti-China. Although I don't think they've ever really seen what China can do. They don't probably remember and seen the Tiananmen Square images, but are they ready to live through that? Trek's doing pretty good. Polaris, that looks nice. That's a nice little consolidation on Polaris. Have to keep an eye on the market all day today. It's just going to be one of those days. You just got to watch it. iRobot, way down here still. Not much to do there. Never did bounce off that line. INS is right back up to highs. Ooh. Right back up there. That's pretty nice. I actually don't mind that at all. Look at the volume decline. I mean, if we're going to go back into a market in an uptrend, this one's looking pretty good. Look how tight that volume is. There's just nothing there. Super far under average. INS is not in the IBD 50. Nothing IBD about INS, it looks like. Remind myself what these guys do. I think I get it wrong every time. I think it's one of those. Look at that. 99 composite rating, 99 relative strength rating. Almost at the very edge of a cup and handle. This could be a nice trade. All right, let's go check it out. Intelligent Systems provides technology solutions and processing services to the financial technology and services market. Industry group rank is 18 out of 197. That's great. 92% EPS change last quarter. Seems a little weird. Most of their numbers are NA. Sales change 64%. Relative strength 99. It's a very thinly traded stock. That's its major negative. It's only 193,000 traded. Wow. Eek. 418 million market cap. 731. So about 2 weeks ago. Looks like INS was in an article. We're going to check it out. What? Okay, I guess they're not in an article. I'm not quite sure why this article is showing on their thing. 49%, so that's way too deep for any kind of normal base. This would not be a normal base for INS. Did they have a reverse stock split or something? Weren't these guys cheaper? They definitely have a semblance of a very large cup and handle. Although, like I said, it's not traditional. 262 for the NASDAQ. This is looking good. All right, I'm going to throw an alert up right here, and I'm just going to keep going. I do got to go. Hey, James, you up? James? Are you... Thank you, James. All right, so INS. Am I all the way down there already? Okay, so let's go Winnebago. Oh, 273. Shit. How do I buy on this stupid platform? All right, 2.8 for the NASDAQ. How's gold doing? Not selling off yet. Man, the only thing I can... Almost 3% now. The only thing I can think right now is that there's just nowhere else in the world to put money, so they just come to the U.S. and buy stuff. That's... I don't know. I mean, so far, follow-through day looks imminent at this stage of the game. 2.8. Volume's still pretty good clip, too. Look at that. Look at our average so far is above the opening, after 10 minutes of yesterday. Our Our high of our recent is above our entire range of yesterday. There's almost no way this cannot have a more elevated volume than yesterday. The only question is it going to cave into the floor or not? So far, I don't know. A little bit of selling right there. 2.75. Trump with some sarcasm. All right, NASDAQ holding fine, 2.8. Are we going back into trading mode already? What? There's an INS again. Man, that looks good. All right, I got to get... Darn it, I got to go. How you doing, James? Are you dressed yet? You should be dressed already, buddy. Later, Rob. Damn, 64%. That's a huge run. I mean, if I were to go... That's crazy. 63. Oh, this has no options. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. How's our volume today on this guy? It's pretty good. Could it break out today? Could. Again, it's got pretty low, very low average volume, so this thing could get jumpy extraordinarily quickly. McConnell warns Beijing any violent crackdowns of Hong Kong protesters. What's he gonna do? Turtle shell him to death? The hell am I looking at here? Shoot. I got distracted by Turtle Man. All right, guys, I got to get out of here and get my kids ready. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see what happens with this market today. Pretty interesting development this morning. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. Bye.